Born from the ashes. 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 Born from the. Watch me
Thank you for giving Gravity the love he needs it.
Definitely, I'm definitely trying to grow the channel, make it something special, and I'm glad to have you guys.
Be the greatest streamer ever to live.
I'm gonna be the greatest streamer that nobody ever knew. Anyways, in the top left-hand corner on Abyssal Reef, representing Pigpan, it is Wobulator.
Wobbly. Wibbly wobbly. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have Risen's Pink Zerg, Richard.
Alrighty, so like I said, PvZ, really nice. I love watching Richard play. He always comes up with these awesome little builds, or sometimes even just be cheesy, but he can also play a nice macro game. Richard is really nice, and someone I love watching play it. Anytime he plays in a clan war, it's just so awesome to see. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what he does in this matchup this time. A lot of times it seems like he has to play in like ZVZs, so
Wobulator's gonna see that everything looks pretty standard for Richard so far. Gonna go for that gateway expand, pretty standard as well.
Eric says Digimon is better than Pokemon, and I agree.
That's a sin.
Well, I have to agree. Well, the earlier Digimon.
Oh, the early Digimon was great.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the newer one, but I gotta tell you, I am kind of excited though for the new movie coming out in November. It's kind of a callback for the original, and something I'm excited to see. I hope you guys are, if you like Pokemon. If that's your thing, if not, it's okay. It's cool. It's whatever. No hate. But looks like I love how Protoss does these walls. It's very Terran-esque, where they wall up, but they still have to have the ability to kind of come through here. And a Zerg player getting speed doesn't look like he's really going to be too aggressive. I mean, he does have the 4 lings, but a lot of times they just use it for kind of scouting.
Yeah, after those 4 lings, you really want to be droning up for a while until you see a reason to do otherwise. Pretty standard, pretty safe.
Yeah, so far, it does look like maybe Wobular might be a little aggressive here. But so far, I mean, both players just kind of, probe and drone.
No Twilight Council or anything for him yet. Thinking we're about to see it, but I'm not seeing him throw it. Oh, there, wait, and there it is. It's a Robo.
A Robo, oh wow.
Ninja third for Richard.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and not a lot of people take this expansion. A lot of times they like to go up. Maybe it's like this one. It seems like that sometimes is a lot easier to like defend. Yeah. But there's so many ways. I don't make
that base until my 7th base usually.
Your 7th bit, man.
I'm a Zerg. It happens a lot.
Digimon Try. I'm trying to remember which one that is. I watched up to basically where they started using the cards on the Digivices, and then after that I kind of fell out of it because of growing up and doing adult things. I didn't get to really watch it. But I'm actually trying to get me a Digivice, but they're like $60 right now. I used to have like 6 of them, and they were like $20, and now they're like 60, and I'm like, oh my god. Grown adult kid problems, man. Alright, so like I said, we just got scouts coming out from the Zerg player. Just trying to make sure there's no kind of cheese, no kind of like Oracle play. He does kind of scout in. He sees the Robo, so he kind of knows, what's coming on.
You gotta know what's going on, and you gotta get cheeky, especially when a player knows you. Like these players said earlier, they meet all the time on ladder. Yeah, they've played over a dozen games against each other this season, so you can't do the same old. You've got to find ways to be surprising, be innovative.
Yeah, that's one of the things. You start playing, and like I've come across this myself. You start playing a couple of the same people, you start understanding what their style is, and then as soon as you get in the game, you're like, oh, I know how you play. You like to play Bailings, don't you? And then you got to try to counter that. And so
it's interesting because you can beat just about anybody one time, but beating somebody in StarCraft once does not mean you're better than them.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean really much of anything at all, other than that you beat them in that game. Because there's so much that can happen in this beautiful game.
Yeah,
so much to do.
That's one of the things I love, and I love it. I actually was watching this video while we're waiting for all this to kind of unhatch here. I was watching this video, but right after work, and it was talking about this AI that Tesla has created for gaming, that they tested on some Dota 2 players, and I saw them because they were doing like some panoramics of like things that they're testing. And they actually had one of these AIs testing for StarCraft. And basically what it does is it reads how you play, it adapts. And then as it keeps playing, it develops these strategies. And with the Dota players, they're finding all these strategies like, why have we never done that before? Why didn't we think of that? And it's doing all these things, and it's really starting to change how the game's played. And I see something like that starting to happen with StarCraft. I think that would be something cool. Be able to start seeing...
That sounds like some beautiful future nonsense to me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've got the Protoss moving out here, going for that standard 6-minute push that he's going to undoubtedly expand on. He's got Stalkers, Sentries, Immortals. The thing you want to do against this is Lings, but with that many Sentries,
yeah,
that's going to hurt.
I mean, we do have 45 Lings, a Roach, and 8 Ravengers. So, I mean, he has some units, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think,
Not going to be enough versus the composition of Wobulator here, and he's got those Adepts now. Really, like, the only way I really see beating this is if you went for, like, Lurkers early on.
Yeah, but he hasn't... Has he really even... Oh, he did have a drop. That's really nice. He kills the Artosis Pylon there.
It's going to be too little too late, though, honestly, because economic damage versus Protoss is great, except if their army is already out on the field, because it doesn't matter what else you kill, because their army's already there.
Nice force fields there. Gonna divide this army up.
The best thing he can do now is survive as long as he possibly can.
The thing I see good with this is with those Ravengers, though. With this being such a small choke, if he can get some good Ravager shots off, that could be definitely good with that corrosive bile.
Yeah, he can't lose those Ravagers. Got to hold the Protoss at bay for a bit until he can overwhelm him, having done that economic damage.
Yeah. That's really nice, too. With him taking down that pylon, it really did kind of delay any kind of reinforcements coming in for the Protoss. So that's really good. But yeah, as long as he can keep doing this, keep producing, keep trying to keep that Protoss from getting into his base, that's really good. And like you said, the Ravengers are so important in this fight right now. Does he have Blink? I don't think he has Blink.
No, he does not.
Okay.
Protoss has been getting some good picks, but he is going to start to lose them.
Oh, wow. It looks like he's going to take this right here. Oh, nice micro there.
Ring drop coming into his base as the Zerg starts to push the Protoss out a little bit here. Seeing some good Ravager shots coming down, continuing to keep that base down. Gotten a few worker kills off of Wobulator.
Oh, yeah. It does look like he's dwindling this down a little bit. I mean, the army supply is still in favor for Richard here, but he's just got to be so careful. Fortunately,
there's one gate still not working too. If we take a look at Wobulator's base, but
oh yeah,
if these Lings can get in here, there's no more sentries. They're not going to be able to get the wraparound they need.
Really nice defense there. I was really expecting that to just get crushed, but yeah, so many good shots, and during that whole fight, he was focusing down the Roaches. He wasn't even really touching those Ravengers, so they just kind of had free reign there to be able to do what they wanted. That Overlord just sitting there.
From Richard.
He just has an Overlord sitting there in.
Yeah, it's got some
in the
Lings
base,
in it.
but because of those stupid Adepts in there, He's not really able to do much, and he does decide to kind of pull back there. He's going in for the counterattack here before the Protoss player can really get anything done, but
Meanwhile, Wobulator is gonna, he sees the creep from Richard's third base, but those Zealots, up, they're gonna go back in.
yeah,
And
that's going to force
Richard
him back.
doesn't have a choice. He's got to go keep his third base up because this will give Wobulator the lead again. Great surround.
Oh, wow. Very nice. This is one of the things I love from Richard. He's such a good player. He does such a good job of defending, and there you go. Richard